Good morning, everybody. It is day 47 of the suffering. So it is 5 a.m. I am fresh out of bed. I'm going to do 5 minutes of cardio and then get my morning shoulder workout in. And I am incredibly sore. My legs are so stiff right now. So incredibly stiff. My arms feel a lot better. They're not nearly, they're tight, they're not sore, which is good because I have to work my arms out tonight. But my legs, ooh, they are a whole different story. I just had my chest is sore too. I worked my chest out yesterday morning and my chest is incredibly sore. My back, not so much yet. No stiffness in my back, no soreness. But on my chest, sore, my arms, a little tight, and my legs are just brutal. But I'm enjoying these 2 days. I actually like waking up first thing in the morning and getting to do something I enjoy. Instead of waking up first thing in the morning and having to go to work, which, I know some people out there love their jobs and they had like their dream jobs, maybe, I guess. That's cool for them who get to wake up and go straight to work and do exactly what they love to do. But like for the most of us, having to wake up and then get ready for work and go straight to work kind of sucks. So getting to wake up and do something I enjoy doing, like getting to work out, is like a welcome change. Like, what do you do in the morning? Waking up and then getting to do something I really love to do. Then I have to go to work and I get to come home and I get to work out again. So it's not a bad deal. So that's why I don't mind it. Yeah, no caffeine in the morning, no stimulus, no nothing. Just a little bit of cardio and then right to the weight training. I actually woke up this morning at 3 o'clock, wide awake. Woke up like, oh, I'm late, I overslept. Oh no, I gotta get up. I looked at the clock, I'm like, oh, it's only 3. Okay, cool. I still got 2 more hours. So I laid there for maybe 3-4 minutes and finally passed back out. And I woke up at 5 and I woke right up, no problem, wide awake, which is a welcome change because normally waking up at 5, it's a little difficult having to wake up right out of bed and then come out here and do this. A little bit more groggy-eyed, but also today's Friday. Normally Thursdays are my hardest days because I work my legs out on Wednesday. So Thursdays are definitely my hardest days. But I'm wondering if by splitting the workouts up like this, doing a workout in the morning, working a body part in the morning, and then working a body part on the evening is helping my fatigue because I'm giving myself 12 hours between workouts. So like workout at 5 a.m. to workout at pretty much 4 p.m., which is like 11 hours technically, but still. I wonder if it's allowing my body to start recovering and rebuilding that muscle before I work out the next one. And then working out chest and back together was too much stress on the body. Same thing for working out like the quads, the calves, and the abs all together. It was too much stress for my body to handle. So my fatigue and exhaustion was always super, super high. Because yesterday it was hard waking up, but it wasn't hard like it's normally. Normally it's a lot harder waking up than that on Thursdays. And then normally Friday, I would still be pretty tired and it would still be really difficult getting out of bed on a Friday. But this morning it was so easy. I feel like I have more energy. I feel more energetic. So I don't know, maybe there's something to it. Maybe I've been doing it wrong all these years and all I needed to do was just split my workouts up and only work out pretty much one body part at a time. Well, I do traps and shoulders. So now I do biceps and triceps. So I train and then I'll do calves and abs together. So There's only 3 times I train 2 muscles together, but they're smaller muscles. I'm not training super big muscles together, so I think I'll be okay. Well, this just probably sounds like a bunch of bro science to some people, and they're probably gonna be like, oh, it's bro science, but that's okay. Let's get this bro science workout started. Starting off with front laterals. I did the 7.5s for 20, the 10s for 20, the 12s for 15, and the 15s for 15. So my top set, I'm gonna do the 17.5s. See how many I get. Ooh, man, so for those of you who don't know, I put the smaller muscle groups on the mornings that are easier to train, that I don't have to go so heavy on, and I don't have to be like hoorah full of energy. Plus, the bigger muscle groups, I feel I train better whenever I have a whole day of food in me. So like tonight, whenever I work out my arms, which I know that biceps alone and triceps alone aren't big muscles, but working them together. But I like to put the more energy output muscles in the evenings after I've had a full day of eating and drinking fluids, so I can have the energy, because I'll drink coffee and then I'll have food in me throughout the day and the fluid in me, so I can train a lot harder in the evenings than I can in the morning. So the morning times I like to put these smaller muscle groups, so that way it's not so detriment pushing so crazy hard. Plus, I'm still doing way more than what I was doing, even training them in the evenings. Okay, I'm gonna do some cheat reps on these towards the end. I'm gonna try to do them as strict as I can, and whenever my muscles start to fatigue, I'm gonna just start swinging them. So there's gonna be some ugly reps, hopefully some nice reps in the beginning, but let's see. I like to go all the way up because it engages the trap muscles as well too. If you stop parallel to the floor, like right there, you miss out on a lot of growth potential for the traps and the neck. I leave a lot on the table. Come on. I'm just trying to keep it from falling fast. Oh, there's no stopping it once it's coming down now. Oh. Oh. All right. Let's just cheat some out now. Let's go 2 more. It's almost like a kettlebell swing, man. People are gonna say, oh, you shouldn't cheat like that and you shouldn't use form like that. That's how you get hurt. But have you ever seen a kettlebell swing? You take the kettlebell and you swing it up like this? I mean, it's basically the same thing. The only difference is instead of going between your legs, you're coming to the side and then you're whipping up. So it's a lot like kettlebell swings if you think about it. So I don't hear nothing about the form. When I was younger, I used to like to do side laterals one arm, and I take it all the way up, one at a time. And I love doing that and develop my traps really well. Back then, I did shrugs too, but I think doing the full all the way overhead side laterals and the full one arm overhead side laterals, front laterals, side laterals, helped develop my neck and my traps as well. In fact, I got to the point where they were just like, and that's like the #1 thing you would see on me. I need to build my traps back up so they can be nice and tall and pretty like that. Years of powerlifting and heavy deadlifting, everything else also built my traps up too. But when I was younger, so anyways, I can't go all the way up with this shoulder no more. I tore something in it back in February, but I've been having issues with it since longer than that. Ever since I had surgery on this shoulder, for some reason I get bad impingement in this one, so I have to be careful with it. So I can't go all the way up. So The heavier I go, the worse it feels. Now, it doesn't hurt doing lighter weights, but once I start pushing to the 20s, I can't go here anymore. I have to stay down in here, because if I go above to here or even higher, because like with the 7s and 10s, I'll come all the way up to here as high as I can go comfortably. But as my shoulders warm up and I go heavier, the pain becomes significantly increased. It's like a click. And like when I get to a certain point, there's a click in there, and then there's pain followed by it. Not like super severe pain, but it's discomfort. I think everybody can understand what I'm talking about. So if I don't get too high on these, well, that's exactly why I'm not doing a super big, tall range of motion. But that's okay, because I'm gonna do what I can do, and I'm not gonna cry about what I can't. I'm gonna focus on what I can do. I'm not gonna focus on what I can't. All right, let's see how many we get on this. Let's jump down to the 12s. Do some drops on these. Oh, just gotta burn them up. Going past failure. We're pushing to numb. Oh man, I want them numb. I don't want them burning. I want them to go dead numb. Let's get these big old 7s right here. Now that they're fried from the heavier weights, now I get a range of motion with a lighter dumbbell, which now feels like a heavier dumbbell. And the muscle doesn't know the difference. Oh, it doesn't know the difference at all. Shorter range of motion with that heavier dumbbell to fry it and fatigue it. Then a large range of motion on a drop set with a much lighter weight. And the muscle doesn't know the difference. It doesn't know if it's lifting 700, 17, 770. Doesn't matter what you lift. The muscle doesn't know. Just make it hard on the muscle and the muscle will respond. Okay, we got some reverse pec deck now. This is for the rear delt. There's a bunch of different ways. You can grab the handles like this. You could grab them like this. You could grab them like this. You could grab them low. You could grab them high. You could adjust the seat to grab them really high or really low. There's a bunch of different ways to do these. And ultimately, you can feel the difference every different hand position that you grab. So if you feel like there's a part of your rear delts or trap area that's lagging, you can pretty much feel it and target it really good. Because like I said, you could come here, you could come here, or you can adjust the seat up so your hands would be down here, or adjust the seat down so your hands would be up here, or you could grab it with your hands the opposite way, or you could grab it with your hands down here. So you can really actually get the area that you're really lagging and focus and pinpoint it. That's some bro science right there, man. doing a straight set on these today. Tuesday morning, we did upright rows with dumbbells, and we did dumbbell shrugs for our traps on Tuesday morning. So this morning, I keep wanting to say this evening, this morning we're going to do some face pulls and some cable shrugs, change it up a little bit, little different angles, keep it interesting. These you do not need to go heavy on, because if not, you're just going to pull yourself to the rope instead of pulling the rope to yourself. Keep your elbows high too, high and tight. Well, not high and tight, but high and wide. Oh, it's a good burn, but it is hard getting a pump in the mornings. It's real hard getting a pump in the mornings. Yeah, I like doing cable shrugs. If you guys have never done them before, you should definitely give them a try. They definitely feel different than any other kind of shrug out there, because they pull you forward, down, and apart instead of pulling you straight down. So the big advantage here is you could take a few steps back from the cables, and then you can rotate your palms down or rotate your palms up, and it'll feel different. And then you can let it drag your shoulders forward like this, and then you can pull back real hard and allow it to pull your shoulders way forward like this and get deep stretch on those traps. And then pull back and up, squeeze, and just let them drag your shoulders all the way down and forward like this, stretching those traps as deep as you can get it, and then again, just over and over again. It's just a completely different feel. For all you people out there looking for a deep stretch on every movement you can do, I think this is about the deepest stretch you can get for these traps. Oh, that's it. Oh man, that burn comes really fast and it sets in really heavy. Okay, that's it for this morning's workout. Let's go ahead and get our breakfast in. See, this is what I was originally worried about, working out in the mornings, not having enough time for my breakfast, because it's already 6:03 and I would actually be sitting down to eat right now, so I wouldn't have time to cook. So since it's already cooked, all I have to do is just heat it up for a minute, heat up my oatmeal, and then I'm ready to eat. So I'm glad I thought about it and started doing these little egg white muffins instead, because it just makes it a lot more convenient of a time saver for the breakfast. And my kitchen is a mess right now. My kids had friends stay over last night, a little sleepover, and they must have snacked last night because they were up super late. I could hear them playing and laughing at like 1 in the morning, and I come out here and there's a sink full of dishes, even though there were no dishes when I went to bed last night. There is a sink just absolutely full of dishes, but that's okay. When they wake up, they'll still be there for them to do. The joys of being a dad. No matter, especially even my wife, man, no matter how hard she tries to keep everything clean, it seems like she's always going behind the kids, constantly cleaning and cleaning and cleaning. But that's a whole nother topic than what you guys want to hear about anyways. Okay, so still doing 1.5 cups of egg whites and doing 1/2 cup of oatmeal. And I gotta tell you, I was thinking about this. You know what also would be really good? I'm not gonna do it because I'm already locked in on this diet. I mean, that's the whole thing about the suffering, is the diet. But what I would do different, if I could go back and rewrite the program the diet, I would actually do probably a whole wheat grain, high protein bread. They make this bread, the slices are probably like that big. And it's like, I don't know, but there's a lot of protein in it per slice. And I would go back and do that instead of the oatmeal. And then what I would do is I would take the egg whites and get like a cake pan, like a small, maybe 8x8 cake pan, put the egg whites in there and bake it and make like a patty almost. And then I would put that on the bread, is what I would do, like make some toast and do that instead. I think that would be far more enjoyable than just eating plain egg white bites. Like doing the scrambled egg whites, doing the scrambled egg whites was really good. They're light, they're fluffy, they had a great flavor. Doing it like this, there's kind of not, it's not a crust, but they're not as soft and fluffy, if that makes sense. They're more dense. They're a lot more dense like this than what they were, how they were cooking. Now, don't get me wrong, I like the oatmeal. The oatmeal is my favorite part of the whole day. Like, this is my favorite meal of the whole day. It's this little bowl of oatmeal right here. So I don't not enjoy the oatmeal. I enjoy the oatmeal. It's the egg whites. If I could put it on toast, ooh, top notch. So whenever I'm done with this suffering in July, rolling into August, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to make a egg white sandwich. I'm going to bake the egg whites like that, and then I'm going to put it on toast, and I'll probably put like some low fat cheddar or cheese on there or something, and maybe hit it with some sriracha, and then do that for my my breakfast. And then maybe even put 50 grams of protein in a protein shake and drink 50 grams of protein with it or something, so I can get like a lot more protein out of that meal. I know I'm getting ahead of myself because it's still like 5 weeks away, but still, I can't help but think of all the little things like I'm going to change up and do slightly different to keep it interesting, but you know, benefit more out of a bulk. So, but I have to eat, guys. That's going to be it for this video right here. I appreciate you watching. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning, and that is going to be, what is tomorrow morning? Calves and abs. Thanks for watching.